Welcome back to the Caregiver Minute, where every weekday family and professional caregivers gather to refine their skills, gain inspiration, and prepare to serve. Well, as you can tell, I'm not alone. I'm here with my good friend, our Chief Medical Officer, Randy Vawdrey, and we wanted to talk to you about the gut-brain connection, or actually today, something that maybe you haven't heard of, the brain-gut connection. Most people understand that the gut and the brain talk to each other. This is a major area of current research, and you hear all over social media and all over the internet people talking about the microbiome of the gut. More and more people are learning that serotonin is largely produced in the gut, and if you have poor gut health, it's going to affect your brain health. But could brain health be affecting your gut health? Randy, we were talking about this earlier. Tell our audience a little bit more about what we were discussing.
Yeah, most people miss the brain to gut connection, right? And this occurs in individuals who have had a head injury or a concussion or a traumatic brain injury. Maybe they've had a stroke or they've had a cranial surgery. Anything that can create an inflammatory response in the brain affects a nerve called cranial nerve 10. It's otherwise called the vagus nerve. And the vagus nerve travels down through the neck, down by the esophagus, right into the belly. And it creates all of the nerve connections to everything that happens GI. So think about this for a minute. You've seen stroke patients that can't swallow. After they have a stroke, they lose their ability to swallow. That's in part because the cranial nerves that affect the back of their throat and they affect the peristalsis movements that come down the esophagus come from the brain. The brain also stimulates peristalsis in the GI tract. It helps to stimulate the release of stomach acid and pancreatic enzymes. It has a predictive factor of whether or not you move bile from your gallbladder and your liver. And if you're not moving all of those things towards the rectum, you're going to have a lot of GI problems. So our goal is to help the audience recognize there's more than just the gut-brain connection. There's actually a brain-to-gut connection. And if you understand that, it helps you focus on helping to calm the inflammatory response in the brain so that people have better GI health.
So one thing that can make a difference here, one thing that could be an action step and a key takeaway, is to do things proactively to improve vagus nerve tone. If you do things like gargling a few times a day, or if you sing loudly, or if you're humming loudly, or if you're doing breathing and meditation exercises, those kinds of things will improve vagus nerve tone. In general, anything that vibrates the vocal cords is going to stimulate the vagus nerve in really helpful ways. I think also just having a framework of understanding that the brain is talking to the gut as much as the gut is talking to the brain. It's a two-way relationship. Makes a difference as we try to figure things out. Now, there's a lot more that we could say about gut health, and I hope you'll come back tomorrow when we'll talk just a little bit more about understanding gut health and how to help the people that we're serving improve it. So thanks for watching. We'll see you again tomorrow for another episode of the Caregiver Minute.